Every form of life as we know it branched from the same tree. But life as we don't yet know it could be wildly different. Built from different elements, at home in strange worlds, or no worlds at all. There could be different forms of biological intelligence, artificial intelligence, and even consciousness. How do we explore their potential niches, detect their signals, and search the space of possible minds for life as we don't yet know it?
Can you hear me? Well, thank you for all being here. Our British host arranged for British sunshine, so I hope you all enjoy it. But this is I think this is the 9th the Discuss conference, by the way. For those who don't know me, I'm Pete Worden. Some would say the benevolent friend of all mankind, but most would say just the chairman of the Breakthrough Prize Foundation. But I'm really excited about these 3 topics. And the first one is just, what is life? The best piece of work that I've read about it was done in the 40s, Edwin Schrödinger. So maybe we can figure out how to add something to that. The second one is, what is intelligence and consciousness? Now, I'm usually fond of saying that it's easier to find intelligence the farther away you are from a national capital. And Oxford's pretty far away from London, so we'll count that. Although I guess this was the national capital for brief periods of time. The third question is, how do we find this intelligence or life? So we have a very full forum today, and I'm really looking forward to these discussions. And please take the word discuss to heart, because what we want you to do is discuss with each other, discuss with the presenters, and then go home and discuss these ideas with others. Now, we're sponsored by a number of organizations, in addition to the Breakthrough Prize Foundation, Oxford, the University of Manchester, the Square Kilometre Array, in Cambridge. You'll hear from, I'm going to introduce the spokesman for those organizations. Paul Rimmer from Cambridge will be here this afternoon. But from Oxford, we have Sonia Contera, Mike Garrett from the University of Manchester, and Phil Diamond, who will be online from SKAO. So without further ado, Sonia, the floor is yours.
I'm here to welcome everyone to Oxford on behalf of the Department of Physics. I'm a physicist, and I've been also part of the organization of this great event, which, as I said, is going to be talking, and you're all here to listen and think about a big topic, the origin of life, which, of course, as he mentioned, has always been a central preoccupation of physics ever since Robert Hooke here in Oxford turned his instrument, his microscope, to look at what life was made of and found it was made of cells in a sort of parallel with what you're trying to do right now, finding life in other planets. And as he said, physics does not only look for life and finds life from our instruments and our telescopes or microscopes, but also from the heart of physical theory. Schrödinger indeed asked, what is life? But also others at the beginning of the great revolutions of physics that brought together general relativity, quantum mechanics, and the forces of the universe, like Harman Weil, to invoke the concept of consciousness as central for understanding the rules and the forces of this universe. So out of this preoccupation with how we understand the world and how we found things came out not only physics, but in the convergence with neuroscience, came out computer science, AI, and all these topics that we are going to discuss today. We brought this event allows us to bring together all these dispersed sciences that we need to bring together to understand where we are in this moment of time in the world. So I hope you enjoy it. I think we are all here today because we want big questions. We need to get together in a very fragmented world to find direction. And as we learned from the core of physical theory, direction emerges from the search of filling the big gaps in our knowledge, the big questions that not only allow us to keep going, but also to find, in these terms, ethical direction. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy and have fun with all the talks and all the great speakers that we have in today. Our next one is, where is he? Mike Garrett from Manchester.
Thanks, Sonia. I always find coming to these meetings, and I've been coming to these meetings for quite some time, that it's a real privilege to be here and to discuss these topics. The team here do a great job, and it's a bit like the World Cup or the Olympics. They just seem to get better and better. Each meeting seems to be better than the previous one. Although the weather has perhaps not got better, it's hard to beat the Californian sunshine. But this magnificent place is, it's a great place to talk about these really interesting topics. As Pete said, the program that we have over the next couple of days, it's not just of interest to people that are sort of inside this building. It's not just of interest to our scientific community and our colleagues and academics. You just need to walk out this door and you'll find that these are questions that ordinary people with expertise in different areas, they're all asking these questions. They're all interested in the answers to these questions. And so I think we have this privilege of working in an area that is really relevant to not just our peers, but actually everyone. Everyone is interested in this topic. So I just want to wish you, I hope you have a great couple of days, and absolutely looking forward to the program. And again, really happy that Manchester is associated with this. Thanks very much. I think the next speaker is Phil Diamond, remotely.
For an honor to be able to be here, and I'm really, really grateful. Cavendish is able to be one of the host institutions for this particular meeting. I would just highlight just a couple things. We got to hear about this paradigm-changing project to build and use the square kilometer array, the SKA. This will be an ear to the echoes of the birth of our universe, and will really reveal in a deep and foundational way where our place is in it. Cambridge is deeply involved with this through Eloy de Leira Acedo and various others. Cambridge also has a deep interest in a lot of the topics of this project, especially through the Leverhulme Center for Life in the Universe, directed by Didier Queloz, Nick Tosca, and Emily Mitchell, and is part of a larger Origins Federation involving the ETH Zurich, and work that I would specifically mention of Sasha Kwan's with the Life Instrument, really looking for signs of life elsewhere in the universe. I would just conclude by saying that I really hope that this Breakthrough Discuss will act as a catalyst for new and different ideas in all three of the sessions about forms of life as we don't yet know it, about the nature of consciousness and intelligence, and about the search for that life. I hope it will be a constructive contribution to larger discussions shared by many here at Oxford, many other universities within and outside the UK, research institutions, and in schools, homes, and communities across the globe. These questions are among the questions people everywhere wonder about, and these are questions that unite humanity when we are often so deeply divided. I'm grateful for Breakthrough and other private and government institutions who value scientific discovery and will bear its costs. I believe that the human benefits of science are more than worth this effort. And I'm sure the discussions today and tomorrow will be evidence of some of those benefits. And I do think we should start getting into those discussions. So it's my pleasure to introduce Ray Pierrenbert, who will chair the session about forms of life as we don't yet know them. Thank you.